Welcome back to She's a Wreck, the show that gives you recommendations of albums, films, books, arts, culture, the moon, from that are influential women, from lots of very cool people that are my friends. No one that's my family, but there's people in between. There's some that can maybe feel that they're as close to me as family.
You
but
do talk about your dad quite a lot. Do you reckon we could ever have him on? Yeah.
Oh my God, that'd be
in
amazing.
a lovely way.
Yeah. I actually do. I've been told that before. But welcome back to that podcast then, the one where Lauren Lyle talks about her dad a lot.
Okay, so it's not your dad this week.
It's not my dad this week. This week we have actress Posy Sterling, who is one of 5 BAFTA Breakthrough Rising Star nominees for the BAFTAs that are coming up really soon over here. For anyone that's American that's listening, that's the very posh awards that people in films can get. And Posy's up for one of them, so the public will vote for her potentially to win it. And she's in a film called Lollipop, which is all about a woman who's been incarcerated in prison and is now trying to get her kids back coming out of jail. And it's a really sort of heartbreaking, heavy story, but very beautifully done. And we talk about, God, we really go all over with this.
Yeah, but I do like that we kind of get to know Posy a bit.
Yeah.
Because with actors, it's difficult sometimes to know who that person is, especially when they're new in their career and you've kind of only seen them on screen. And so it was really nice to sort of get to know Posy a bit of like her musical choices. You get a present.
I get a gift.
Yeah.
I do. Wait till you see that.
Is that the first time that's ever happened?
Nope. I've been given actually quite a lot of books. People often when they bring their book on, they'll give me their book. I've been given gifts in my life.
Or in your life, yeah, obviously.
Yes.
First time in this room, this series.
In this room, yes,
for sure.
It might be the first gift, actually. So future guests, take notes, please. Gifts welcome.
Bring CDs.
Yeah. So we really get into lots, and she's got fab recs, and it's quite like a beautiful episode. She'd be very good at ASMR. She's got a soft, lovely voice, but quite a lot happening to her in her life right now. So it's meeting someone in quite a big change in their sort of, I guess, life circumstances to getting a lot of attention suddenly, which is quite fascinating to witness. But it's a really lovely episode. So.
Yeah. And the extra episode this week.
She gives me my human design birth reading chart.
Yeah. And if you don't know what that means, fair enough.
Yep.
But it does get explained in the main episode and then in more detail on the extra episode.
Yeah, in the extra episode it just gets a bit more bloody personal again, doesn't it?
Yep.
Just me and my personal information behind a paywall. So head to that. Thanks very much, and enjoy this episode. So we met. Sorry, Posy Sterling.
Hi.
Are we saying Sterling or Stirling? Because I'm from Scotland, and I would say Stirling.
They sounded the same.
That sounded the same.
Oh, Sterling or Stirling?
Sterling.
Yeah, that's what we'd say in Scotland.
How would I say that first one, as in my accent?
Oh, you would say it the same way Sterling. You would say Sterling. You would
I
never.
would. You
would actually never change it. For me, though, different parts of Scotland.
Because Stirling, with the I, is a place in Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an E. Is that how you differentiate?
That's why I'm asking. Because
Pound sterling.
I would just so pound sterling. I would probably say, and then Stirling, the place. What a thrilling opening!
That's
Whoa.
So everyone listening, hey, welcome back to Geography, the Geography podcast.
that's good to know, though. Thank you.
Hey, here to educate. That's all that's all we do here. So Posy Sterling.
Yes.
Yes, that feels more natural. Sterling feels a wee bit like I'm trying to do something, and I don't want to be doing that. You are an actor. Do you like actress or actor?
How do you feel about that?
I actually don't care at all.
No.
But I did hear what's her face from Denise Gough say that she will only be called an actress until she's paid the same as an actor.
Ooh, that's good.
Isn't that quite good?
That's very good.
Yeah.
The only time I get a bee in my bonnet about it is if someone is really fighting for the fact that you should be called an actress, and I'll say, so is a doctor called a doctress then? And that would be my
fair
point by
yeah.
it. But I love that.
I know, it was the first time, because I don't, because that's often when people aren't actors, that's their first question, isn't it? Actor or actress, what do you prefer? And I'm going, you don't normally ask a guy that, you just call him an actor. I get why people want to know. It doesn't really bother me, to be honest. I think it's sort of a futile argument and not really the thing we should be focusing on. But
Facts.
I get it. I get why people ask. And actually, it tends to be from a place of respect, so I understand.
Yes, I agree.
You're an actor or actress, whichever you want. You are...
I like to act.
Hey! Me too. You are one of 5 BAFTA Rising stars of 2026. That's really cool. And for people listening that maybe don't know what that is, it's a very prestigious award where 5 actors, actresses who are have sort of starting to make a mark in the industry in film are honoured with a nominee, and then the public vote and decide who wins. So it's really exciting. You're kind of like the underdog, I guess.
Yeah.
Is what I think your publicist described to me.
That's nice.
Cool, thanks.
yeah.
No, defo, I'm a bit of an underdog.
But just like in terms of, I mean, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It's like that's a completely out with your control situation, but it's nothing but probably a compliment, the fact that you've managed to be where you are.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I've kind of been moving through the stages of it. Because this is, I mean, Lollipop is very much an independent film, and so to have that nomination alongside, I mean, their performances are amazing, like the other nominees, but their films are also within the BAFTA categories, and have done, and rightfully so. So I've sort of just like popped up out, and you're right.
Your film's called Lollipop,
Yep.
and it's all about someone who's been incarcerated and is now out trying to basically get our kids back, and how difficult in our judicial system that can be. Before we get into that, I have actually spoken to your good friend Julia Brown, and who I also know, Julia Brown, from my show Karen Perry. Julia was, for anyone that has watched season 2, she plays our heiress that gets kidnapped with her son and does a wonderful performance, and me and her worked together quite closely for about 2-3 months, and then I didn't know that you guys were friends. And then this was all happening. So I went and spoke to her and said, what are some of the things that maybe Posy, because this is a show about recommending things.
Yeah.
Right? And this is a show about influential women and maybe things that women helping women. And she came back and said that you are the MVP of human design. And me and Jimmy were like, what is human design?
I would have brought my book.
Right.
I would have brought my book.
Well, look, what is it?
Bit scared.
Bit scared. Jimmy, the man in the room.
Actually, there's nothing to be scared of,
That's
because
what
it's more a practical blueprint of how you can essentially make sure that you're in alignment with yourself. And essentially, it was. I don't want to say the word design, but it came about to essentially bring children up into alignment instead of within what society asks of children, and therefore us as adults. You know, we spend our adult lives trying to treat and undo all the things, like the moments that happened along our timeline. And actually, if we got to sort of understand our own unique, energetic blueprint better, we'd be able to let ourselves off the hook a little bit more, and know that that's just part of how we're meant to be on the circle of life, how we're all meant to work together as a whole, not in I won't say anything other than the circle.
So for those of us that are 5-year-olds that are looking to be human designed, what does it mean? What do you actually do?
So I'll give you a reading if you want, but you'd need I need
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
So what I'd need to know is your time of birth, though.
I don't know.
All right.
My mum, I have 2 times I've texted my bloody mum about this.
Okay.
One, I said, Mum, when was I born? Because I was trying to do my chart. And she said, oh, I'm sure it was about 10 o'clock at night, a wonderful experience. And I was like, great. Didn't get much more of that. About a year later, I texted the same thing, and she said, gosh, I remember it well. It must have been early hours of the morning, 2 a.m. And I was like, she's no idea.
Does that say a lot about the reading itself, though, that she doesn't know when she was born?
I mean, it just helps specific, so we can look at and we can play around with times, and what I do is sort of get to know you and look at what the differences could be, because sometimes they can shift to the minute. Some parts of this, because essentially what it is it's made up of 4 things. So it's the East and Western astrology, the Chinese theology of the tree of life, the chakra systems, and science. And those 4 things are put together to create this sort of tangible blueprint, which is a more practical way that you can kind
Live
of
but then,
live
so
your
then
life
what
and
are
understand yourself
is
better.
it things like you should not drink, you should not go outside?
Well, it can get as specific as when's the best time for you to eat for your digestion type, and also for your brain to function. But then also it can be how you best make decisions. Are you a sacral authority, therefore do you have a gut intuition? Me, I'm yes, no, knew it yesterday. Don't get mixed up with all of the thoughts, because I'll talk myself out of into anything.
Yeah, nice.
But my body will tell me, and I just have to be okay with the fact that there might not be the language there yet.
That's so interesting though, because things like gut intuition, do you not feel we talk so much now? I mean, I've talked a lot with my friends about how like the way the modern world's set up with like people are so much more anxious and depressed now, things like that it's really hard to actually listen to your gut. I remember years ago thinking, I know that my gut tells me things, but I don't know how to read it or listen to it, or if it is my gut, if it's just anxiety, if it's something else.
Yeah, it's a really good point. Like, what is your intuition and what is worry or anxiety?
Yeah.
But also, not everyone is gut intuition, and we're actually told listen to your gut. But actually, you could be an emotional authority. So actually, someone who's an emotional intuition, technically sleeping on something is best, making a state of decisions in a state of calm, not in a heightened emotion of either up here or down here.
Yeah.
And so that's not necessarily a gut instinct.
I'm a Cancer, so I think I'm that. Okay, so I do feel
I could do
like
it right now, but
I feel that we should
I will, because what will happen is I'll start tapping in and I'll start
do you
getting
know what
all,
we could do?
you know.
That could be Posy's extra episode.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
We
I
do
get to have all the books around me.
Yeah.
We do a bonus
she's
episode.
a bonus thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. So with that, I asked you when I met you, did you feel like all of this was going to happen to you? And you said yes. Why did you think that?
I don't know fully the answer to that question, if I'm being honest. I think especially in terms of Lollipop, I knew I needed to, when I read it, I knew I needed to do it, because I think I also understood that I wasn't just signing up for a contract for a film. I knew I was signing up for something bigger than that, in terms of, you know, we've been in Parliament, we've been discussing policies and legislations. This is very much a journey that I am consenting to going on for some time.
So
and I think that's that, yeah.
I'd seen you say somewhere that, so for example, when I read the Karen Perry scripts, I read it and I went, I know who she is, I know what she's saying, it feels like this has been written for me.
Yeah.
And then since then, me and the writer of the show, Emer Kenny, have become best friends. And people, when we started doing press runs for it, said, oh, you got the part because you were her best friend, right? And I was like, no, we didn't know each other at all. And now people think that that's, or some people have thought that that's what's happened, and we have to correct them. I saw you say somewhere that, similar to what you've just said, you read the script, you knew what it was, who she was. Daisy May, is it? The director?
Oh, yeah, Daisy May Hudson.
You understood her language, what she was trying to say, and you sort of went, I just know what to do. It's sort of made for you in some way.
Yeah, it did feel that way. I love that, by the way, because like it you kind of go, oh, hi, where have you been? You know,
you
it's
said
that
it was
sort
something
of,
you've been waiting on.
Yeah. And it did feel that way, and I felt like I just needed to know who she was, and because of the work I've been doing with Clean Break Theatre Company, it was like all this preparation was there, ready to go.
Can you explain a bit about who Clean Break are?
So they're a theatre company who tells stories of women who are affected by the criminal justice system. And it was founded almost 50 years ago by two women who were in prison at the time. So that's where it started out. And they run amazing workshops for women. They're based in Kentish Town. And then they also have their professional productions. They'll do like co-pros with the National Theatre. That's a play I did in 2023. Royal Court.
How did you initially get involved with them?
I started, let me think about it, when I was 21 or 22, and then I was like going to some of their workshops, and then went and was on their first ever young women's we devised something at Central School of Speech and Drama and did a performance there, and then I went on to go to drama school after that.
Okay, so you were already sort of part of their community. So then when you say you signed on to Lollipop, as you say, it's kind of gone on to become this much bigger thing where you are now going to Parliament to talk about the whole sort of film. For people, I don't want to spoil it for people that won't have seen it, because people will probably go and watch it after listening to this. But it's a really heartbreaking, difficult story of a woman coming out of jail and having to try and get her kids back, and the horrific system in place to try and be able to do that. You've then gone on to do Parliament, things like that. But why women in prison? Like, why is that such an interest to you?
I mean, I think when I started learning about some of the things that are happening in this country, I just couldn't believe it. I was my first professional job was a project called Sweatbox, and I was playing a pregnant woman on her way from court to prison, so those Sweatbox vans.
I've seen it, yeah.
And so it's this 10-minute play that we would then do like 6 to 8 times, and then we made it into a short film that then went on YouTube. And I couldn't believe that there were all these guidelines and not actual human rights laws to protect women and people in this way, but especially women.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. And have you found, because I mean, as actors on jobs, I've definitely been on lots of jobs where like it continues on afterwards and you stay really close friends with everyone, and some people are still in my family from various things. And I've done jobs like the bombing of Pan Am 103 I did, which was about the Lockerbie disaster in Scotland, and then I did a show called Toxic Town, which was about water crisis and children being
in
born
Corby.
With but with their limb differences being born.
Wow! Oh
did
my
a show
gosh.
about that. So we met the women. I was playing a real person, and
oh my gosh,
we met lawyers. I was playing one of the like legal team, but we met the mums, and you know, it's all really real. I didn't necessarily go on to continue to do stuff with them, but I felt very involved in something quite real and heavy and meaningful. And there's a sense of like, you need to have a good time whilst you're doing this sort of stuff, because you're making a show. Like, we were making shows for Netflix, but at the same time it can be quite engulfing, being part of something that feels so like it's right there in front of you, that there's real people dealing with this.
100%.
How have you found going on and having it continue on? As you say, you sort of signed up for it, but
I did,
do you feel you signed up for as much as you've ended up doing?
I did. I mean, weirdly, we're chatting today, and I'm going to talk about a different project now, but yesterday I met up for the first time the real person I'm playing for the Channel 4 job I've got coming out in a few weeks, Dirty Business.
Okay.
Again, about
Is it
water
similar? Oh, in Corby, about the water system?
Not Corby, but it's a family from Birmingham who went on holiday to Devon in Dawlish, and it's about the water companies illegally dumping sewage into the sea. And so, and the real people that have been affected by that. So, and I met her for the first time yesterday, and so you kind of go, this is what I'm signing up for. And I think there's I don't know, there's like a kind of soul contract that you sort of sign up for, of going, okay, well, let's do it, let's do this then. I need to, tell this as truthfully and honestly as I possibly can, to be in service of these people who have been deeply affected, and then me as my job, that's what we're meant to do as actors, right? But I think when it's real people affected, I can't just sort of leave it there. Yeah,
that with Lollipop, it sounds like it's been so much a part of your life, if it's been years.
Yeah.
Like, how do you leave it there? Yeah,
you can't, and there's been so many people along the way, and then those that have come back round again, you know. Daisy May's wicked, you know, because she's got her documentary Holloway, and I think it took them about 6 years to make, and then Lollipop at the time was 3 years to make, and yet it was in the same awards season at BAFTAs. So there was all the Holloway women there, and you'll see them in the film Lollipop.
What is Holloway?
It's a documentary about Holloway.
Oh, about Holloway Prison. Interesting. Wow.
I was trying to go for like Barbie and Oppenheimer was the Barbenheimer thing. I was really going for Lollipop, but it didn't catch on.
No wonder why. I mean, fair.
Lollipop. I think it should be a double bill.
It sounds like that's kind of the work that you're really interested in doing as well. Would you like to do something funnier?
Yes. Oh my gosh, please. I feel like I really want to do some comedy.
Yeah.
And also family friendly, because I've got so many nieces and nephews, and they just can't. They just don't.
Can't watch
fully,
it.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't have many that my nieces and nephews can watch it either. Every one of mine seems to be there's something sexual going on. Outlander, I get my nipples sucked by my husband in it, my fake husband.
Yes.
And I'm pregnant giving birth whilst that's happening.
Ooh.
So my 7-year-old niece can't watch that.
Yeah, she'd be scarred.
She'd be scarred. She'd be scarred by that. Yeah, my brother came and saw the play, and he saw me in a towel, and he was like, "Oh, for God's sake!" Like, what? And there's a bed, and it's set in a bedroom. He's like, "For God's sake, what is this one going to be?" And luckily, it's not. Nothing happened like that. But it's not ideal. So far, what is like? Because we talked a little bit when we met about how this industry can be really, it can be a really sort of horrible, icky place. I want to ask you basically what your ick has been so far of the industry.
Oh my gosh, you're going to have really
and
put me on
then
the spot.
what one of the coolest things that's happened so far for you?
I don't know, because I feel like I'm only just catching up. That's what I feel like.
Could it be something like everyone telling you to just what did they say?
No,
Embrace this time.
Soak it up.
Soak it up right now.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
So just
shut up and soak it up.
Just enjoy every moment of it. Make sure you're soaking everything up, and just enjoy every moment of it. I think because I'm this is, to be honest with you, it's not normal. It's very alien to me. And there's so many kind of things in place, and I'm saying in really important stuff. And also, yes, I want to celebrate myself. Of course, I want to soak it up. Of course, you work your arse off to kind of get to this place, and you meet the most amazing and like creative and talented people, and it's great. But also, it's mental. It's nuts, and sometimes you really need to kind of catch up with yourself. And for me, you know, I like doing quite quiet things, and you know, quite simple stuff, to be honest. That's my idea of having fun.
Yeah. Apart from Glastonbury. When you went to Glastonbury.
But I did Glastonbury different, because whilst this is what I would do, I'd wake up and I'd go to the healing fields on my own.
Beautiful.
And I'd do all my thing. I'd go to sign up and see this osteo, then I'd go and see this healer. I'd be chatting to this person, chill out in the water garden, something like that, sauna, who knows. And then when everyone's ready to like go again at 1 p.m, I'll then meet them and we'll do the music, and I kind of got to do my own Glastonbury.
That's great.
I know.
Why not?
And I loved that. And I will still be the last one standing, yeah.
Yeah, Julia was saying that. But you still have a good time. Even if you're sober, you'll have a good time.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is it everyone telling you to soak it up? Like, I guess it is. It's kind of impossible, isn't it? It's kind of impossible. Like I was saying to you, I mean, you don't need me to tell you this at all, but having had other people tell me that at certain times, you go, what? Like, none of this actually matters. A lot of this doesn't actually matter. You still go home and you're still yourself at night.
Right.
Do you still have good people around you? It sounds like you do.
Yeah.
But as long as you've got that, but like you're still who you are, does any of it really matter? Because I've certainly found that it has for a minute, but then really what I want is like those people to go to the pub with on Tuesday night when it's cold and frosty outside, and we all have a pint and just giggle and laugh. And I don't actually, like, I love dressing up and I love going to all the things, but it isn't who I am. It really isn't
You've said it. You've just said it. Like, what's real?
But I think a lot of actors feel like that, and we all do a great job of showing off and doing what we want to do. But I think everyone, I don't know, what do you think? Is that what you're like?
Your people, that's the most important thing, or your community. You know, what are you without that?
Yeah.
I think otherwise it can, be the death of an actor if you're like not tapped into the real world, because aren't we trying to portray real people?
Yeah.
So that
you need to
makes
do
sense.
that, don't you?
That makes sense, does it?
Yeah.
But also just for what's important. I guess. Yeah.
What's the coolest thing that's happened so far then? Even if we are going to lean into like the mad industry of it all.
The coolest thing.
Yeah.
I just get to wear really cool stuff. I have to give it back, but like,
yeah, that's.
I guess that's been cool. Where I'm kind of getting to, you know, I did a shoot the other day. Oh, this is jokes. For Cartier, and I had to sign for the jewellery.
Oh, that's great, isn't it?
no, it's not. They said, do you know how much it is? Like, ballpark. And I went, 300 grand. Freaking rounded down 2 million. And I was like, what? And I had to sign. Yeah.
And you're signing like,
What
I
are you
will not
signing?
steal this.
Like you're not going to break it, kind of thing.
Yeah. And then they were like, when I've had it on, do you feel different? No.
Did you read what you were
Just
signing?
a watch bed.
Yeah. Did you read what you were signing?
No, I was honestly just like, I'll just sign it and let's swear it, take the photos, and let's get this done. But
that's something. I went to a Cartier event in the summer, and like when you arrive, they don't give you the jewellery until you arrive at the event. You go to the event, a security guard picks you up at the door, walks you to the back room, you try your shit on, you put it on, you go to the event wearing it all, take your photos, and then you go to the door again and they stop you before you can leave, and a security guard doesn't let you leave and takes you back to the back room, takes it all off, and away you go again. And my dad was like, Lauren, you know your life is not normal, right? Like, that is surreal. You have to accept that is surreal. And I was like, yeah, I suppose it is actually. That's great. He was like, a man won't let you leave a party until you take off the jewellery that they have given you. I was like, that's a good point.
Soak it all up.
Soak it up, baby.
Soak it all up. Enjoy it.
Okay, let's do your first rec then. What do you want to do first?
Oh, I don't know.
It's up to you.
Well, because I can see it and it's a tangible object.
Go on then. We love a tangible object here.
It's a CD. I don't have a CD player.
It's absolutely gorgeous to go analogue. My
It
car's
is.
got a CD player and that's the only place.
There you
Let's
go.
see it. And it's still in its wrapper. It feels like
Because I
it
don't
feels
have
like
a
a
CD.
relic. It feels like a relic that we don't see anymore. What's ironic is that it's actually a car on the cover. So, are you giving this to me?
Yeah, you can have it. Yeah.
Thank you.
You can have it in your car. There you go. So, Eleni Drake is an artist from London.
Yeah.
And this is her new album, Chuck. I think it only came out in October, and yet it was my most played album, Spotify Wrapped. So, absolute lol.
Oh wow.
I got obsessed.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
What brought you to it in the first place?
I've been listening to her for years. I love her music. She's a really, really great songwriter. And what's cool when you sort of follow an artist is you see the way that they're developing and growing and how her sound's changed and this album especially just feels like she's landed. And so I actually went to a signing at a record shop in Notting Hill the day before this was released online, and she gave out these CDs, so I got to listen to it before it was released. But I was too scared to actually meet her. I did run away.
Oh, why?
I don't know. I just ran away.
Why?
I don't know. I just like there's only it's like a capacity of 40 people, and like listening to her on the guitar, and it was really great. But then I went on my own.
That's nice though.
I know, and I just left because I don't know. I just did.
What are you going to do when you go to the BAFTAs and like all your favourite actors come up to you and you go, oh God, and you just run away from them?
Basically.
Is that what will happen?
Maybe.
But there's something a bit different with music though. If you've been following someone for so long and you kind of have an image of what they're like in your head, and then if that gets maybe shattered when you, it's maybe same for actors as well, but with a musician they're the same person that whole time.
Yeah.
So if in your head you're like, oh, I know what they're going to be like, and then if they're not, there's maybe that you didn't want to change that perception of what's in your head because of everything you've attached to their music.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a thing, definitely.
Definitely. I think as well her temperament and how she is on stage, the way she like introduces tracks and stuff, very much if I kind of relate. She just sort of like says it really quickly and then like gets on with the song, and I just love that about it's very I would say just I don't know, in a cool way, I guess. So when you've got maybe two back-footed people, you might not.
Do you consider yourself back-footed?
It's I literally might as well be doing the Charleston, because I'm like on stuff that I really care about, and I'm very direct. I'm there, front-footed. But for me in my day-to-day, I'm...
Are you?
Yeah.
It's funny because the characters that you play are not that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I don't think I'm back-footed in the sense, like I'm quite direct, but what I mean is I don't know, I don't like charge charge ahead. I don't know.
Yeah,
Why do I think
just
that
don't
is?
want to.
I tell you what it is. I'm one of 8 siblings.
Oh,
So
wow.
when you've
Holy
got that
shit.
many siblings, you've got to kind of figure out your dynamic and who you are
What
within that.
number are you in the 8?
So we're a blended family, but I am the eldest of my mum and dad, and then I've got 2 older step, but I've known them my whole life.
Yeah.
But, you know, so, and now a lot of my siblings have children, so we're just a really big family. So there's not really the room for, you know.
For everyone.
Nah. So I, you know, but in a good way, but you just got to
Navigate
chill.
yourself.
I'm quite chill.
This album, it reminded me a little bit, me and Jimmy were talking about it, it reminded me a bit of like Laura Marling or like Old Lucy Rose or even like old Phoebe Bridgers as well. Are you into those kind of people too?
Yes, love. I mean, I've got my music taste is very, very broad.
Yeah.
But I love all of those. I remember first listening to Laura Marling and was like, oh my gosh, you know, and Phoebe Bridgers. And what I love is that Eleni Drake is still very much kind of independent and from London, and I don't know how many people know about her yet, which is cool. It's exciting to
like discover someone. Yeah. And do you find why that sort of music do you think you lean into a bit more like singer-songwritery sort of stuff?
I don't. I mean, listen. I was at Dochi on my own at Glastonbury,
yeah.
and I left all my mates while they were having a brat summer watching Charlie XCX because sometimes things clash, and I was like, well, I'm going to the swamp.
Yeah.
But shouting every word. So it's not just, you know, singer-songwriters, and I love music and how it speaks to me and what the artist is trying to say. And I think with music like this, I love driving. I'm always in the car driving, and so this music is good and it's calming and the poetry within it and the storytelling, I think.
Yeah, I found it quite sad at moments, really sad.
And that's nice when you're driving.
Yeah,
because no
have
one's
a cry.
watching.
Yeah, I love a cry in a car.
I love a cry in a car.
That's my favourite place to cry.
It's the best.
Have you ever done a big long road trip from somewhere to somewhere?
Multiple.
I have my system of like begin with songs, break into a cry, hit a podcast, back to a song, and then radio for a bit because you need to just like get back to normal life. Then we sort of repeat the cycle. But I love it.
That's really good.
Yeah. What's your cycle in a car?
Oh, see, I had no order or method to that whatsoever. So I think I'm going to give that a go.
Yeah.
The radio happens for me by accident and I get annoyed by it.
Okay.
So, like, not in a horrible way, but more like I like to be in my sad world.
Like to be in a sad world. Okay. I mean, I feel like
In
cars
my
are a good place
sad
for that.
Or, yeah, that was me rapping.
Cool, we got
That
that.
was-
Yeah, did you get that, Jimmy?
Yeah.
That was, you know, if I want to listen to Dochi or Lord Kana, I'm obsessed with him. But
That's the car's your place to rap.
totally.
Yeah.
That
Can
is
you
a
give us
safe
some?
place.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's do a big
let's
wreck,
move
though.
on.
Crying in the car, rapping in the car.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, and I like taking phone calls in the car. Not,
Do you? I hate taking phone calls in the car.
do you?
And I hate when anyone calls me in their car.
Do you?
Because they just shout at you over the fucking intercom or whatever it's called.
People probably don't like me talking to them whilst I'm in the car, but I like it.
Why?
Well, because of the shouting.
You like to shout?
No, it's yeah, I don't know. For me, I feel like I like to catch up with people whilst I'm driving because I drive a lot. So it's nice sometimes to. Otherwise, when I'm not in the car, I'm sort of probably here, there, everywhere. I'm not always on my own, and I like to have like one-on-one conversations. I guess I'm not as good in groups.
Got you.
I love a one-on-one situation.
I guess in a car that really is your only choice.
It is.
Yeah. Okay, Rec 2. What would you like it to be?
Another tangible object.
Go for the tangible object. I feel like I've stolen your CD. Is this a CD you stole?
No,
Yeah,
honestly.
no, that was very much Laura Knight. You're giving this to me,
I
right?
know.
No, I said
Is this
I said
right?
you
I
can
guess
have it.
is, yeah.
No, you absolutely. I don't even have a CD player. That's why it's still in the wrapper.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Thank you.
and also it's
As
not.
long as
It's
not
not.
meant
It's
for you.
no. It's not an artifact because it literally only came out in October, November.
It's not an artifact.
What does that? Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Is that the right thing to say?
Yeah.
It's
I
like
called it
not-
a relic.
A relic. That was
Yeah.
the one. That's the word.
Yeah.
Relic. That's vintage.
Either works. Yeah.
Yeah, totally new. She's very new. She's about.
New, brand new, just been born.
Yeah.
Eleni Drake.
Yes.
Great. Weird that kids can sing like that, but hey.
That was such a dad joke.
This album's just been born. Crazy that kids can sing like that. God, what a loser. Okay, next.
We have Women Who Run with the Wolves. This
This
edition.
is an incredible edition.
So I saw this edition in a independent bookshop, and it's the 30th anniversary edition. So I bought that a few years ago. The version I had before has a story in itself, and it was given to me by a friend years and years ago, and it actually stayed on my shelf for 4 years, and I didn't even know what it was.
Why is the dedication in Spanish?
Because Clarissa Pinkola Estes is South American.
You can't have that, Lauren. That's not yours.
You can't
gonna
have that
have
one.
this
No,
That's such a lovely collection of
that's my this is my special one. But I wanted to show this to you.
So this one's 30th edition. Your original version. Why is it a story?
Why is
Your original version. You just said there.
Yeah.
Your original version is a story in itself.
Yeah, because I believe with this book, it reaches you when it reaches you, and kind of, you know, in life where things can, like seeds can be planted, and before you know it, I need to read this now, or I need to listen to this now, or something like that. And a friend had given this book to me, and I had no idea what it was, but I was like, thanks very much. She said, you need to read this, but I put it on my shelf, and 4 years later it was still not one that I'd picked up. And I feel this book is about understanding and learning, or remembering, shall we say, the feminine intuition. So anyone who wants to learn and understand that more, this is a book to make you, well, unfuckwithable, let me tell you.
Unfuckwithable.
Yeah.
What's the most unfuckwithable lesson you've learned from?
Oh my gosh. I think me really learning my instincts, intuition, and even my dreams, and how to sort of pay attention to things and stuff without sounding too
No, yeah.
This book, you can open it on any page really, and it will speak to you, because each chapter is its own story. And essentially, these are stories that used to be passed down from generation to generation, like fables, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the chapter breaks down what that story means.
Okay, so it's
So
not
these
written
are very ancient stories.
So she's put together a book of stories essentially, rather than it being her
Right.
stories.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That have been passed down, and then she sort of breaks down what these things
What they could mean.
could mean.
So that's helped you realise your dreams. I mean, that's quite amazing.
Mm.
Did you feel you knew kind of what they might be, and then this is
No.
Really?
No.
You weren't sure, like, this is, you want to be an actor, that sort of thing?
Well, no, you don't know until you know. You know, it's one of those. It's one of those ones. And the timeline of how it all happened was sort of things would happen and come in, and then a week later I'd read a chapter and be like, "What the helly?" That
Oh, really?
right? Yeah, and that's what I mean by it will reach you when it reaches you.
Okay.
So you said you've had this book on your shelf.
Yep, I've been recommended it before, and I've had it on my shelf since last year. I haven't read it yet. Just sits there looking at me.
But it looks at you.
It looks at me. I think about doing it. The wolves look at me, but I haven't done it yet. It felt quite dense to get into, and I wasn't
It
sure
is,
if maybe
yeah.
I wanted to just deal with like density in life yet. I think I needed just lightness and joy for a while. I don't know that I needed the wolves
100%.
sort of knocking at the door, if you know what I mean.
I do.
Yeah.
I do know what you mean. Yeah.
Maybe I'll dive back into it.
But I think it's one that you kind of can revisit and come back into and stuff. Because I hear you on that. Life's all about joy, joy, joy.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's there's parts of it that are quite uncomfortable, and so, you know.
Yeah.
I don't read this religiously.
Yeah.
Although I like to think it's my Bible.
It looks like
not,
a Bible.
You know, it does look like
I
a Bible.
do feel like
it?
as women we are. I don't. Fleabag put it quite well. For they were like women are have pain built in, and that men need war and other things in order to exercise their pain. But we bleed every month, for a small example, in terms of how much pain is built in. And so sometimes I feel like I don't always need to be reminded of that, or be reminded of what that looks like. I like the idea of stepping away from that sometimes.
I hear you. I know, I 100% hear that. I think for me sometimes it's been about using it and how we move through it within our cycles, like within our cycles that we have every month, to shed parts and to release parts, and then, you know, like death, birth, life cycles, and how when you kind of zoom out on the timeline where you have the death part, then you've got the sort of gestation and before the fertilization, before the birth bit, and how we can.
Do you think you need to read it in order?
No, I don't.
No,
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. And I think yeah, it's like I say, I didn't want to say too much about it because it will come to you when it comes to you. It's and it's just done something for me, and yeah,
okay,
that's that.
That's great. Everyone, I think listening, it's come to you. This is your moment that it's come to you. So go on Amazon
and then listen to sad music.
Listen to some sad music in your car and cry, and then head on over to Women That Run With Wolves and think some more about your life and death and the cycles of life. And then on to our final rec in this happy episode.
No, now I've realised how sad I am.
No!
Because it's not all sad though. It's really not.
Empowering. No, it's empowering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last rec. What's that?
The colour black.
The colour of darkness and
my
death.
gosh.
Black.
Guys, oh no. Leave No Trace by Debra Granik.
Leave No Trace. Oh, yes.
I feel like I should choose a happier one. Past Lives by Celine Song. Let's go there.
It's not that happy. It's not that happy.
That's happy to me.
A lot of people would come away going, Past Lives is really quite intense and moving. No, do Leave No Trace.
Leave No Trace.
Has a wonderful actress in it, Thomas and Mackenzie from New Zealand. When I started watching it, I thought it was going to be in New Zealand because there's ferns everywhere, and they look like silver ferns like they get over there, but it's American.
It is American.
It's set in America, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us why you chose that.
I think Debra Granik is a really, really great director, and you've just mentioned like some of the nature that's in it. It's like another character in the film, and nature becomes like the very sacred and sort of the sanctuary for these characters, and the way that she will depict and portray working class people with so much it's not with any pity, you know. It's really kind of showing how true and beautiful and complex, and how like true this relationship is of a father and daughter from completely different perspectives. I don't know how she's managed to have such completely different perspectives on the central kind of story that you're following them on, because it follows essentially a father and a daughter living in the forest and not in society, so and to do with the father's reasons as to why he no longer wants to be in society, and has brought up his daughter
that way.
Yeah,
there's some really amazing scenes of like normal people coming across them in the woods, and how terrified the father is, and how sort of intrigued the daughter actually is, but she's sort of terrified as well, but is more intrigued by it.
She's more intrigued by it and is terrified because she's been taught to be terrified at the same time too, to fear them, and that's also an interesting thing to kind of think about in terms of like our parents. And
that kind of relates
children.
A little bit to your another book, is it Education?
Oh, Educated,
yeah. Those are quite nice actually as a pair.
They are.
Yeah. What can you
Next
tell us about
time.
education?
There
Just
you go.
another wreck. Why not?
Tara Westover. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a true story of her living in a survivalist family.
Yeah. You could say that. And they live on a scrapyard, and she doesn't go to school, but she's incredibly intelligent and teaches herself how to read and write. And
isn't it that the family want to keep them away from society because the end of the world's coming?
That's right. Her father believes.
He believes that.
Her father believes the end of the world's coming. But this book is written in a way. Do you know what I love about it? I hope I'm not giving something away here. Am I?
Spoiler alert. Move on if you don't want any sort of spoiler.
Yeah. The way she's written this biography is you're like reading a novel, because she's so brilliant at writing. And I love that she's fact-checked and had people and conversations with family members, and has sort of asterisked on these times that she's describing as what her truth is. That she'll say, so-and-so recalls it as something different, but this is my memory. And I love that, because our perspectives, you can be the hero in one person's story and the villain in another's. And what your truth is and how something like can deeply affect your life, someone might not even remember it.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
That's
like, I went to Skye last weekend, and I have told everyone for my whole life that Skye is any American, anyone that's going to Skye as a tourist going up there, I'll go, oh yeah, it's tiny, 10 minutes side to side. I went to Skye as a Scotswoman last week. It's a mountainous, enormous island. It is in no way, shape or form.
It's 1,600 square kilometres.
Thanks very much, Timmy. I have remembered that as being a memory that we walked from side to side, and that is not how anyone else remembers it. That's not my parents remember. My mum and dad were like, what are you talking about? It's crazy the way perspectives can change, and the way that you've maybe remembered something compared to what someone else has remembered something.
Yeah, isn't it? Or even like the size of a place, like especially if you're younger and things like that. And then if you go back somewhere and you go,
this isn't it.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's amazing, isn't it?
So Leave No Trace. Why did that speak to you so much?
I think how it's very tender and painful, obviously blooming sad girl era over here. but also it's so beautiful, and it's the silence speaks for itself, and it's not like such a hit in the face, all of this sort of some of the stuff that's clearly painful or whatever they've experienced. It's not in your face. You can kind of
when did you first watch it? Do you remember?
Do you know what? I think I was just in my living room. I think I was just at home in the lounge, and when I think I'd watched Winter's Bone.
Yeah.
And which I believe was Debra Granik's first film with Jennifer Lawrence.
Yep. Got you.
And then I really, really liked that and wanted to see her next film, and so I was like, right, well, let's give this a go, and it really did speak to me. Yeah.
Sad girl. Spoke to you as a sad girl. But it doesn't feel like a sad film.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's quite moving. It's quite
very
sort of I don't know if like dirty's the word, but it's all about people trying to regain control of some kind, isn't it, of their own lives.
Yeah.
And their own perspectives, and not sticking it to the man so much, not doing what the man says, like as in society.
Which kind of brings us round onto a full circle, I'd say.
It does, doesn't it? Okay, so, well, Posy, to wrap up what has been a sad episode. No, it's been brilliant.
I know, shouldn't we crack a joke or something?
Yeah, what joke can we crack? Go on. Do you have a favourite joke? Last right. What's your
No, I don't have a favourite joke.
Have a joke.
Go on, give me one.
People fucking throttled me for this joke actually recently.
Yeah.
Were you there?
I
got absolutely pummeled for this joke, and I think it's a great joke. Okay, so there was a Liverpool player, a Hearts player, and an Arsenal player, and they're all in the desert, right?
Right.
And they've nothing left. They're all going to die. And they've only got a camel, right?
Yeah.
That's all they've got to eat. Just let me get there.
It feels sad.
Let me get there.
Feels sad, but
The camel's all they've got left to eat. So the Liverpool player says, I'll have the liver. The Hearts player says, I'll eat the heart. The Arsenal player says, I'm all right, thanks.
Oh.
Right.
Say thank you.
Posy,
Thank what? Wait, thank.
No,
No, don't you say
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you for that.
No, you don't think. You should.
I hate my life. I hate this podcast. I hate my community. Jimmy. This is what a wonderful way to end. Do you wanna give a joke?
No, I don't think I can
Really?
top that.
Jimmy?
No, we don't need to top that.
Okay, great. Thank
you for sharing.
I did that when I was 10 at Halloween, and it got great jokes. It got great laughs around Glasgow. The Glaswegians loved that.
All of Glasgow.
All of the south side of Glasgow loved that joke. And when I've come to England, none of the English have got it. So I just want to say it's only the English folk that don't get this stuff.
Good.
Good. All right, Posy, thank you so much for coming on. She's a wreck.
Thank you.
We have dual personalities, it seems, both of us.
I know.
We can be professional, but also just ourselves. And good luck with being a BAFTA nominee.
Thank you.
Soak it all in, darling.
Thank you. I'm going to soak it all in.
But also just
I'm going to really live in the
whatever.
moment.